fucking around. This is a review for blink-182's Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. And it was honestly probably the last really good pop punk album that they did. But, I mean, that being said, it's not like the albums that they did after that were bad by any means, but it was definitely the last album that really continued on that sort of pattern that they were doing, or at least that sort of style, because I mean the early stuff was definitely pretty punk, skate punk kind of thing, and it got a little more polished as it went along, you know, especially as soon as Enema of the State came out, because that was a lot more poppy, it was a lot more radio friendly, and this one sort of followed in its tracks a little bit, but I'd say it wasn't as poppy as Enema of the State, which I thought was great, which is probably a big reason why the whole story about First Date and Rock Show kind of came to be, because it wasn't as poppy and it wasn't as radio friendly as Enema of the State was, and that's why I don't remember who made them do it. It might have been whoever the fuck their manager was at the time. I don't remember his name, but basically said, you guys need to go and write 2 hits like right now, just go do it. And Tom went and wrote First Date and Mark went and wrote Rock Show, and obviously they're 2 of the biggest songs that they've ever done, but from what I know, Tom didn't ever even really like First Date that much, and I don't know, I don't think Mark really cares either way. I think he likes all the songs. That being said, I mean, I love the guitar tone on the whole album. I mean, this album's pretty much the biggest reason why I wanted to pick up a guitar in the first place, at least sonically, because I loved the way the guitar sounded on this album. I loved how simple it was, but how melodic it was in a lot of parts. I mean, any given song on this album has some catchy lick, guitar-wise, compared to, say, you know, the self-titled album or Neighborhoods. You know, that the same thing can't be said for those, which is a bit of a bummer, but, you know, a catchy guitar riff doesn't make a good song, but, you know, it does keep guitar players interested for sure. Drums are solid. I definitely like the drums on this album a lot. And the bass sounds good. I just wish it was a little more present. You know, I feel like a lot of the songs, the bass is kind of pushed back a little bit, and I definitely think that a lot of the songs are definitely very guitar forward, you know, or guitar based. I mean, the bass guitar doesn't have a lot of chance to shine on this album, which, I mean, to me, I'm not really a bass player, but I do like Mark's playing. I mean, even if he's not like the most intricate player, I mean, he still has a great tone, and I just wish I could hear it more, because it's in the background sometimes and it's really hard to hear. So, I mean, all the songs I think are awesome. I will say I don't really care for Shut Up that much. I never really liked that song all that much. And, I mean, I would take pretty much any of the serious bonus tracks over that one for a regular track any day. I mean, Time to Break Up is awesome. What Went Wrong is great. I mean, I definitely feel like that should have been a regular album track easily. And Don't Tell Me It's Over, I think is easily one of their best pop punk songs that they've ever done. So any of those would have been a better album track, I think, than Shut Up. I just never really liked that track, but every other one on this album is really great, and they're all unique, you know, which is really cool, because it's very easy for a band to, you know, write an album in a month and every song sound pretty much the same, and I don't feel like that's the case hear it all. You know, you could definitely hear a lot of Mark influence. You can hear a lot of Tom influence. It's not like some of the later albums where, you know, you could definitely sit there and be like, oh, Mark wrote this whole song, or Tom clearly wrote this whole song. You know, very segregated. But in this, it's just like, it's just one big sound. And I mean, that's just what people fell in love with, you know. I love the music videos. Music videos, honestly, is the reason why I started listening to Blink. And it was actually the first date video. I turned on the TV one day, and the first date video was just on, and I remember seeing that girl flip over the handlebars and just like smash her like headgeared face on the pavement. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, granted, I was 12 or 13 when I saw that, because that was when it was in circulation at the time. And at that point, I had been listening to like Sum 41 a little bit, and I do Found Glory a little bit. So I checked these guys out. I just loved everything I heard. So having good music videos definitely can get people to check out your band. It's simple as that. What else can I say? Roller Coaster, I think, is easily one of my favorite songs on this album. It's a song that I kind of glossed over early on. I mean, I thought it was cool, but I didn't really think it stood out that much. But in like my later years, I've grown to really love this song, and it's easily one of my favorites on this album. And I think it's better than, you know, Rock Show, Please Take Me Home, Give Me One Good Reason. I think it's better than most of the songs, and I don't really hear people talking about it much, and I'd love it if they actually played it live more. Especially with, you know, if it's only Mark singing now, or if Matt Skiba is going to be in the band, or whatever is going to happen. I mean, it's just a Mark song, so I mean, I think it would be awesome. So, yeah, anyway, I don't have too much else to say about it. It's just a great, great pop punk album, and I feel like it was an album that really got a lot of kids out of their rooms, and, well, not really out of their rooms, but like got kids wanting to pick up a guitar or to want to start a band, or just to sound like this. A lot of bands wanted to sound like this. I mean, there were so many. Got Simple Plan, and you know, All Time Low, and fucking Good Charlotte, all that, you know, pop punk garbage. You know, they all wanted to sound like this album and this sort of sound, and, you know, it's very obvious. But I don't know. I don't know if any album's gonna come out and sounding like this ever again. But, you know, at least we have this album, and it's awesome. And yeah, that's all I really have. So I'm sure I'll probably be doing a review of Enema of the State soon enough. So yeah, thanks for watching.